Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live here. Market opens up in about 4 minutes. And just very quickly, when I say live, all I mean is that this is a situation where I am recording myself, seeing the information for the very first time. So this is not one of these circumstances where I've already recorded everything and now I'm coming back and explain what's already happened or doing some sort of trade recap. Nothing like that. I have no idea what's happening next. So if you're looking for just a kind of a nitty-gritty, unscripted look into what it's like to be a day trader, then this will be a video for you. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for now, and I'll be back at the open. And real quick, just to document my thoughts and also show how the community that I offer works, because that's a very common question I get. But I'm going to be watching DTST for a $13 upside break point, excuse me, at the open. So I've made the alert so members have the exact same opportunity that I do. So this is not a situation where if I've already bought and now I'm alerting it to everybody because I want them to help push up the price so I can sell. Nothing like that's going on. I have no positions opened or anything like that. And you can see that down here, I have no positions. I mean, right now, I don't even have any orders out there. But that's going to be the game plan moving in, watching that $13 mark. But that could always change. Like I said, these are live, so who knows what's going to be coming next. But that is the level that I'll be watching, and whether or not members want to take it or not, that is up to them. It is not a group of sheep. It's just a group of wolves, and we just work together to throw out ideas, suggestions, pricing levels, and then it's up to each individual member to think for themselves and decide whether or not they find interest in it or not. So $13, like I said, that's the level I'm watching. That's the level that I was alerted, or that I alerted, and we'll see what happens with it. Market now opens up in less than 2 minutes, so I will go ahead and pause for now. All right, the markets are open, and I'm watching 1280 now. If that falls, I think this thing's going to want to get moving. So watching 1280 as the breakout point here. In there at 1281. Ooh, well, turned around very quickly on me there. I want to give this thing a chance, though. So can we get up over 13 now? So I'd want to give this thing a chance. So all out there, I'm just taking the loss. It may still go, but as far as what I was looking for, it just was not moving in the amount of time that I wanted it to. And look at it drop now. So yeah, it is what it is. That one didn't quite work out. Never did get the $13 break. So that's what happens. Sometimes you anticipate the breaks, where if I just waited for confirmation, I would have avoided, that loss there, because I would have actually waited. But it is what it is. Curious about some Tesla options here, maybe. So actually, let me change this over to my options trading screen. So yes, I do trade stocks and options. So yeah, let's see, 660 puts. Where are those at? Right there. So I'll keep an eye on those. But all right, well, starting the day down $129. So I'll go ahead and pause for now, and let's see what else is out there. Okay, I have an order on the bid at 850 for a put here. So Tesla, the stock itself, needs to rise up a little bit more. In fact, let's do this. Let's do 825 actually. And Tesla, the stock itself, needs to go up a bit more if I'm going to have a chance of getting filled here. Let's see. I'm trying to do the math on where I think the price will actually be. So I'm thinking up around $8 might be the more accurate area. That's always a little bit of a challenging part with options, and you don't quite know where the price of the option is going to be at the time, the stock itself gets up to a certain level, but it looks like $8 is going to be a good guesstimate here. So, all right, I'll go ahead and pause for now. And if it looks like I'm going to get filled, I'll get the video rolling. And just quick recap, I'm watching DTST on another screen, and it is now down at basically the $12 mark, just sitting around. So I feel that as though I played that one as good as I could. Now, granted, of course, in hindsight, you guys say, well, Clay, but you're in the green, but you waited and waited to see if you would get the breakout. And that's true. I could have sat there and took the $50, $60 profit, whatever that was, and avoided the loss. But I mean, had it broken out, then I'd be sitting there saying, well, geez, I sold a little bit too soon. So that's why trading is always so easy in hindsight. And now the price is dropping back down. So probably not going to get filled on that Tesla. But anyway, just wanted to give a quick, in fact, I'll just change over there real quick so you can see what it's doing. So right there you can see just fell down, and then it's just kind of chopping around and maybe even getting ready to go lower. But for now, I want to stay focused on Tesla here. But I will go ahead and pause. All right, have an order now at 750 for a call though now. Like I said, it's always more of a guessing game. So I think 750 is more so the area, or excuse me, $7 is more so the area where the options would be at the price level that I'd like to see, or that I think Tesla can get down to at this point. So again, Tesla, in order for me to get filled here, Tesla stock itself is going to need to drop some more. And I had the right idea, right? I was looking to play puts, meaning I thought the price would want to go back down, but unfortunately it didn't come up enough and fill me before it rolled back over. So that's another challenging thing about trading is, think about it, I was right. I thought Tesla did want to eventually go back down, but just because I was right didn't mean that I made any money on it because my timing was off. I didn't quite time it up the way it needed to be. All right, well, I will pause, and if this looks like it's going to make another move down and fill me, then I will get the video rolling. I'm at 850 here. So Tesla price needs to come down just a little bit more. Nice, in there for 5 contracts at 850. Now, I wouldn't mind picking up more than 8 contracts. So let's see what it wants to do here. You know, I don't need some sort of massive bounce at all. So if we can get up to right around 652-ish, should be just fine. Let's see if we can get some sort of bounce here. Looking for a bounce back upwards. Got some down there at 780. Let's see if this thing wants to... Got some at 750. So let's look for a bounce here. I think this thing has a great chance of at least getting back above 650. So trying to form a little bit of a hammer candle here. Good, I like that candle that just formed. So let's see if we can get up through, next up will be up through 649.50. There we go, got up through there. Now 650 is going to be that big break. So you get back above 650 here. So they're making the push again. Another nice candle there. Well, at this point, might just have to take the loss then. This thing doesn't bounce at this point. I've given it plenty of time, and I've just flat out been wrong then. So at this point, it's either going to bounce or it's not. And I'll be taking another loss. So it's trying to bounce. Whether or not this is actually a truly strong bounce, not quite sure at this point. Can it get back above 650? It can. But again, for me, it's looking like it's got to get up over 651 to have a chance here. So all out there for $105. And at that point, it may still bounce. And I realize, Clay, you were down way more than what you just made. And you're right. And that is why this strategy at times You're going to take bigger losses. But the rarity at which you take the bigger losses is few and far between. So here's an example where I didn't get spooked out. I gave it enough time. But I also, you heard me admit it, is this bounce strong? I don't know at this point. That first bounce right here, that's where I thought I was in business. That's where I was prepared to let this thing really get moving, and then would have made ideally a much bigger win than $1.05. But when that came down, at that point, okay, well, I'm not quite sure anymore. And like I said, you heard me talk right through it. Wasn't quite sure if I should have much faith in that green candle. And as of now, look at the price coming back down, looking like I was right to not have much faith in it, because now it's coming back down again. So the play was right here. I thought that was going to be where the bounce was coming. I was prepared. Let's let this thing work for me. Let's let this thing move and run. But then, it ultimately didn't quite work out, and decided, let me just take what the market's willing to give, and I'll just take the $105 there, because at that point it was pretty much a broken trade plan in the sense of I just didn't. I lost confidence in what it wanted to ultimately do. And when that happens, I'll just take the $1.05. But to be fair, again, had it come down, and when I was saying I'm going to have to get ready to take the loss, yeah, that would have been a big loss. That would have been a bigger loss than what I'm normally making. But again, that's where the risk reward comes into play from. Yeah, but those losses rarely happen if you're doing this sort of strategy the right way, that is. I mean, if you're taking big losses all the time, well, I would argue there's a problem with the strategy itself. But in this situation, did the strategy right, and that's why I still did win. And granted, it wasn't a very big win at all compared to what I was down, but I've explained my rationale there is, that first move is where I was looking to really make the money. Got the beautiful bounce. I mean, oh man, right there. Green candle there. Next candle, fine. You can't expect something to go straight up, but made a nice little doji candle right there, thinking, all right, now we're in business to get up over 651. And then the next candle right there, pretty much, okay, maybe this is truly not going to work out. And then on that candle, I'm not quite sure if that's truly a strong move. And, the rest is history from there. But it is, let's see, 10, 11, and I don't know. I'm down $24 now. Now the YouTube voice is showing up saying, Clay, just go get another trade, make like $50, and then you can say that you went from a red day to a green day. And yeah, I have no problem admitting that voice is loud and strong right now. But I got to be very careful to not let the YouTube voice influence me, because I have no problem at all saying, hey, I want to make a cool YouTube video. And it would be cool to go from starting off red and closing green. But at the same time, this is not a simulator. This is not a demo account. This is real money here. So I got to be very careful not to let that YouTube voice corrupt. See, I'm almost thinking short here now. But, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. This could be the bottom here. But I don't know. Maybe this is just a pause before it goes back down. But I guess the moral of the story is I talk out loud and hear myself talk out loud. I shouldn't be taking the trade because I have no idea. All I'm saying is, well, it could be up, it could be down. And if you're thinking it could be either or, 50-50 chance, flip a coin, all right, well, that's gambling at that point. You want to feel as though you have some sort of edge. And as of right now, I don't feel as though I have an edge at all in terms of what this thing actually wants to do. Like I said, I feel as though at this point it could literally go either way. And who knows, maybe it does eventually bounce and I could sit here and say, oh, Clay, I should have held on to all my contracts. And that's true, but I've already talked about my thought process several times on this video. But hopefully that makes sense, because sometimes I understand people, and I think a lot of the people, they don't even watch the full video or they don't listen to the explanations. And I'll make the guarantee in the comment section, there will be people that are like, Clay, what's up with your risk management, risk reward? You were down way more than what you ultimately made. And like I said, I get that, but I literally just explained it. So that's why to those of you that do listen, I mean, you can always tell who's not actually listening to the video, because they go and they say stuff that I literally just took the time to explain. And there's the move right there. So good old hindsight trading. That's what I was hoping for right there. Doji, and then nice move up. Now, when I say the move I was hoping for, I wasn't expecting it to get up to, 660 or anything like that. But yeah, get up here to, move up, at least test the VWAP, the 50 period moving average. Yeah, I thought that could have been reasonable. But it just didn't quite work out. So I am going to just go ahead and wrap things up. I'm rambling. I realize that, but I've also learned that when I do videos and I'm starting to ramble, that's usually just my way of kind of stalling, because I want to take a trade. And I really want to take a trade on Tesla here. So I'm just kind of trying to trick myself into thinking that I'm being serious, but all I'm doing is rambling to you as we talk through this. So I am going to go ahead and wrap things up. So yeah, down, let's see, 24 commissions. I don't know, let's call it 50-ish, down 50 bucks on the day. So it is what it is. You can't win every day. And for those of you that, Clay, how come you never post losers? I definitely post losing trades, and here is the newest one of a losing day, losing morning, and it is what it is. So yeah, not the greatest day of trading. I really thought I had myself positioned well for Tesla. I really thought it was going to go. I was feeling very hopeful for it, and then that, things just didn't quite go, and lost confidence in it, and had to just kind of mitigate the trade plan from that point forward. But if you do enjoy these live videos, before I go, and you want me to keep making them, a quick way to communicate that to me, hit that like button, leave a simple comment down below, even if it's a thumbs up emoji. But those two things go a long way in communicating to me that you do enjoy these videos. And as long as I know that there's people that enjoy these videos, because they're not the easiest thing to make, given they are truly live. But if I know there's people that are still interested, I will continue to make them. So hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Even if it's just, like I said, a simple thumbs up emoji. But yeah, closing down the day, give or take right around, we'll call it $50. But you know what? You can't win every day. That's just part of being a trader. Everybody take care. Have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.